Here are five of the biggest mistakes that I see people make when buying a franchise. Mistake number one, they only focus on food franchises. Look, there is a whole world of franchises out there that are cheaper to get into, tend to have better economics, and are a heck of a lot more lifestyle friendly to operate than a food franchise. Now, the problem with these is they're not easy to find. Mistake number two, people can fall too much in love with the widget. You ever heard the phrase, if you love what you do, you're never going to work a day in your life? Well, I don't want to be a downer, but it's very hard to find a business or a franchise that revolves around something that you're super passionate about, that has the ability to scale to make the kind of money you want or need to make in a business to make it successful. Now, if you can get excited about the idea of building a business to create more freedom in your life, or building a team of people that become super loyal to you and want to run the business for you, or the idea of building a business to create an income producing asset that you can one day run passively and hopefully sell for a big old pile of cash. There's a lot of businesses out there that might be worth you checking out, but it's the idea of getting passionate about what the business can provide you versus what the widget is. Mistake number three, not funding the franchise the right way. You've probably heard the idea that most new businesses aren't successful because they run out of money. Well, I would suggest that a big reason that they run out of money is because they don't fund the business or the franchise the right way to begin with. Maybe they put way too much cash down, which depletes their working capital. So the nice thing about some of these high quality non-food franchises that are out there is that there are options through the Small Business Administration that don't require a ton of cash. There's one loan program, for instance, called the SBA Express Loan, where you can get into a loan for up to $150,000 and only have to put $15,000 cash in. Now, there's only certain franchises that qualify for that, but the SBA likes certain franchises. The other option is you can tap into pre-tax retirement funds without having to pay taxes and penalties. So money that you might have in an old 401k or whatnot, and you can use that money as a cash injection into a franchise. The key here is having the right advisors that can help you understand what the landscape of the options look like, and then help you figure out which is going to be the best one that gives you enough money for the startup, but also you have enough money in the bank for working capital to pull from until the business is profitable, break even, and then cash flowing itself to pay the bills. Mistake number four, relying on those franchise ranking websites. Look, here's the deal about some of these franchise ranking websites. There are a couple decent ones out there, but the decent ones tend to lag the market by at least 2, 3, maybe even more years, because they tend to look at a franchise disclosure document as a big source of the information that they use to rank franchises. So the thing about it, like a high quality emerging non-food franchise, is that it might take them 3 or 4 years to get to the point where they have enough locations open and they could qualify for some of these franchise ranking websites. Well, by that time, all the good territory has been sold out. So by using those franchise ranking websites, you're looking at a lagging indicator of the market. The other thing about some of those franchise directories is they are a lead generator for franchise companies. And as soon as, if you're perusing there, shopping like you're shopping on Amazon, and you think, oh, that franchise looks interesting, and request more information, well, a lot of times your information is going to get sold to other franchise companies, franchise brokers, and you are going to get lit up with text messages, phone calls, emails. Everybody is going to be trying to sell you their franchise, and all you did was request information about a franchise you thought was interesting. So just be wary of where you're clicking around on the internet, because as soon as you submit your information, that information could be going to other places, and you could become a pretty popular person. Mistake number 5, doing the research the wrong way. Like, we've all seen franchise companies that publish a juicy item 19, right? The numbers look amazing. The EBITDA looks, holy moly, I can't believe this business makes that much money. It looks great. Well, the problem is that I see a lot of people skipping the other steps that go into analyzing the other layers of a franchise that need to be looked at, in addition to an item 19. Like, when you're researching a franchise, like, there's a process to go through, right? You're going to need to have a few conversations with the sales rep, and that sales rep, they're going to make their business sound amazing. And that's what they do. So they have good information that you want. Then you correlate that with which in the franchise disclosure document. Look for any red flags. Get a feel for all the black and white information that's written by a bunch of franchise attorneys. That's not very fun to read, but there's good information in there. The second thing, and this is the step that I see a lot of people overlooking and not spending enough time doing, is validating with current franchise owners to hear how they're doing and seeing how all this plays out into reality, and not just sitting on conference calls and not just listen to recorded calls, but having belly to belly individual conversations with franchise owners to get their perspective. Now, there's a whole art to having the conversation with a franchise owner. It's not just calling them up and asking them how much money they're making, how happy they are. There's a whole way to go about having that conversation so that you can extract the money that you want to make. And the other thing about researching and thinking about starting a franchise is like yourself, right? Like there are going to be sleepless nights. It's a big life-changing decision, and there should be some sleepless nights. The other thing is get ready for people to call you crazy, your friends and family. Yeah, you might have found this business that most people are overlooking, but as you're digging in and peeling back the onion, you think that the economics look good, it's the right fit for you, franchise is very reputable, whatever it might be. You tell somebody about it, they're like, holy moly, what are you, crazy? Yeah, you need to be prepared for that because it's going to happen. But the good news is there is a way to go about analyzing and researching franchises so that you can get all the information you want. And it's in my book called The Franchise Investment Guide. I'm not trying to sell it to you. I'll give it to you for free. I'll even send you a copy in the mail if you want. But if you want to get an electronic copy, just click on the link and go to the page and you can download it. And I hope it helps you get some more information about franchising and how to go about doing the research the right way.